Hey, what's up guys, this is the PowerUp Mushroom. I am coming to you with a review. Yeah, let's get that there. Alright, so the review is going to be for Skyrim, the special edition, and now Skyrim came out 5 years ago. So, I'm going to go ahead and review this as someone, like as if I was someone who's never played Skyrim, for people who are new to the series. If you've already played the series, stay tuned. You can go ahead and skip the video. I will be talking about if it's worth buying. And you know, just kind of that stuff if you've already played Skyrim. But anyways, this is a Skyrim Special Edition review. Here we go. Anyways, let me just say that first off, Skyrim is like one of my most favorite games of all time, if not probably my most favorite game of all time. And this remaster is just really fantastic. Let me just say right off the bat, if you've never played Skyrim, go out there and buy it. If you've never played Skyrim, just go slam those $60 down and go ahead and go buy it. If you have played Skyrim but you never finished the story, go buy it. If you were someone who was like, hey, I'll get into Skyrim, and you kind of started playing but not really, and you really don't want to go back because it's old and stuff, go buy Skyrim. Because this is the most definitive version and the best looking one and best working version of Skyrim that anyone could ever buy. And basically this review is for console players because PC players, you guys have everything, so whatever. Anyways, so Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Whoa. Anyways, I'm gonna just say right off the bat that, you know, first off, when I first bought this game, I was really sick, and then, you know, this was back in 2011. You know, I was kind of dying a little bit, not really. I mean, I kind of was, if I didn't go to the doctor. But anyways, my stepfather, he bought this game for me, and you know, because my friends were telling me to pick it up, and they said I like it. Let me just say, this is one of those games that I was watching trailers for, and it started building up hype, and this is one of the few games that like lived up to the hype and then surpassed like all hype that I've ever, you know, like all my expectations just surpassed it, and it still does. I mean, when the title screen, like when you see the title screen and then the main theme starts playing, like really you get the sense of like, you know, you're ready to go on an adventure, you're ready to fight some dragons, you're ready to kill like dragons. So at the start of the game, it starts off with really like a movie. You know, you're a prisoner and you're about to be sent to be executed, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere this dragon attacks, and then basically it's been centuries since dragons have even been around, and now they're back, and now you're known as someone who is dragonborn, basically who's someone who is born with the soul of a dragon, and really the only person who can slay dragons. So you're pretty important to the story of this game, and let me tell you, the story is awesome. And I mean, man, I can't. It's just a really fantastic game. Now, first off, I'm going to say that really in the special edition, if you have Turtle Beaches, wear those Turtle Beaches. If you don't have Turtle Beaches, go buy Turtle Beaches, because let me say that the sound quality in this game is fantastic. Really, when you're introduced to the world in the very first like quest, when you come out of this like kind of cave, and the world just opens up, like Bethesda really has a really great way to kind of introduce you to their worlds, and the way they do it in this one is just fantastic. When you come out of the cave, the light shines and you suddenly see this vast world, and let me tell you, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow the storyline. You can start exploring right off the bat, and that's one of the reasons I like this game. My cousin, who's never played, like, he doesn't like playing video games at all, only Red Dead Redemption and that, but this is one of those games, like, he hates video games and he got into this one. That's how good it is. Like, I'm not kidding. You can, let me just, music's a little too loud. You can do whatever you want in this game, basically. If you see a mountain you want to go to, go freaking climb that mountain. You can go there. If you see a town or hear of a town, sometimes there's legends you hear of, and people start talking about these legends when you enter these towns. And no joke, you can actually go and look for those legends, and those legends will be there. And it has a sense of exploration, and there's so much to do. Like, every town has its own story. Every town has its own characters, and there are quite a few towns. All these locations, each location is really well crafted and has a story to tell. You know, if you go in these caves, you might see that someone was mauled by bears, and there'll be bears on their bodies, or like there'll be stories, like maybe little clues, little weapons that are hidden somewhere, and maybe people who speak of that there are weapons in certain places of Skyrim. And you can go look for these weapons and they'll be there. It's just fantastic when you have such a lore-filled game and something that can, like, really, it just pulls you into the world. And No game, like, I don't think any game has really done that. Like, as far as Skyrim has. Now, and then the voice acting. That's another thing. The voice acting in this game is just, it's really fantastic. Other than that, there might be, like, you'll run into the same, few voice actors that they do voice the same, like, different characters. Might get a little annoying sometimes, but it doesn't take away too much from the experience. It's just one of those little gripes. Given this game came out 5 years ago. And, I mean, really, it's just, I can go on like for hours talking about this game. Now, really, one of the things that came with the special edition was like all the DLCs, and let me say the DLCs do add a lot. If you're one of those people who bought the DLCs, you'll know that the DLCs did add quite a bit to Skyrim. Hearthfire was one that people really didn't like, but now that it's included with the game, this new special edition, it's automatically there. Basically, Hearthfire DLC is where you get to build your own house and really in any way you want. You get to decorate it and all that stuff. It really adds more depth to the characters and that you create, So it's really good for that. Another thing I liked is that in Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls previous games, they did have a class system, where you pick your own class and you'd have to stick with that class. In Skyrim, they got rid of it. Similar to Final Fantasy II in my previous, I think I did a review on that a while ago. Really, it's if you want your character to be good at magic, you start doing magic. If you want him to be good at like using archery, then you have him use archery. If you want him to start lockpicking, and he'll be good at it. The more you do stuff in the game, the better your character gets at it. And really, that's really fantastic because, it gives you that freedom. Really, this game should be like the Elder Scrolls V freedom or something. I don't know. It's just, there's so much freedom in this game, so much to do, and really you can do whatever you want. Wow. And the dragons, let me just say, in all the games I've played in my entire life, like Skyrim has gotten dragons like on point. Like the very first dragon you see, it's like kind of like you think it's like gonna be a boss, which these dragons are basically bosses. And it's a little bit easy, but I was like kind of story driven, but the rest of the dragons aren't. These dragons are just kind of flying out there in Skyrim, and it's your job to kind of hunt them down, or they'll just be flying around until they find you, basically. And let me just say that it's pretty cool because one moment you'll be you could be like, for instance, I'll just give an example. For me, I was like, what was I doing? I think I was doing an assassin's quest for like one of the guilds in the game, and all of a sudden, it interrupted me while I was, fighting like these people in like this weird hidden cave or bunker, whatever. A dragon comes out of nowhere and it just starts killing people and stuff, and it's just like, oh well, look, I have to go and kill the dragon. And that's really cool because it really adds kind of more of an experience to it, because you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen in Skyrim, basically, is what I'm saying. Really, anything can happen. And wow, I can go on for hours about this. And another thing, don't let the dragons kill anybody, because let me just say that people are pretty important in this game. If you have a quest and that person dies, let me tell you, that person stays dead. They're not coming back. Another thing about this game, basically you can go in, like, there's also the backstory. There's a hidden, not a hidden story, it's just a backstory that the world is basically like in a civil war. There's the Stormcloaks, which are like the natives to Skyrim, and then there's the Imperials, which believe that Skyrim should be part of the Empire. And really, you get to choose sides and participate in these large warlike battles with kingdoms against other kingdoms, and it's just wow, and then the outcomes do affect the land of Skyrim and the way people are going to view your character. Really, it's really whatever you do, you start building your character, and people start, basically reacting to the decisions your characters make, and the world starts changing around you, and it's just, I've never seen anything done like that. Now, that's the base view for Skyrim if you've never played Skyrim, so if you've never played it, pick it up. Now, for people who are wanting to return to Skyrim or thinking like, should I get it or should I not, let me just say that there's nothing new added here. In the special edition of Skyrim, the only thing that's probably added is the update graphics and the, sound quality is better. Oh, let me just say, those load times that we used to deal with, like the 4 or 5 minute load times in the original Skyrim, well, this one, they're gone. Literally, I'm not kidding. Like, I think in the very beginning I had like a minute load time, or maybe like, no, it was like 20 seconds. And then the rest of the game, I've been playing just fantastic load times. Like, I go through a cave, it just snap of the fingers, I'm already outside the cave. You know, there's no load times at all, really. The longest load time would probably be like 5 seconds. It's ridiculous. Also, mods. There are mods in this game. PlayStation 4 players or users, your mods aren't going to be, you're not going to have as much mods as the Xbox does right now. But Xbox, I've seen that they've had like over 100 mods. I haven't used any yet. But really, you can go on Bethesda.net and create your own little account, you know, link your account to Skyrim or whatever, and then, you know, your mods will be there. And so there you go. Have fun with your mods. Another thing, the visuals in this game, let me just say it holds up very well. Like, Skyrim was already a beautiful looking game, and now we got this. And let me just say that it's kind of like revisiting Skyrim and like just getting that same nostalgic experience I had 5 years ago. And it's just, wow, you know? But anyways, I really don't have anything else to say to the review, unless, like I said, if you're a player who's wanting to return to Skyrim and you want that nostalgic feel, pick it up. If you're someone who's just like, I don't know, I don't think I'll play it through it again, or, you know, then just by all means just wait for it. I mean, really, this game was really made for the fans who wanted Skyrim to be remastered. That's really the only reason this game was made, was because people were asking for it so much. And you know, that's really cool of Bethesda to do that. So basically, if you wanted a remastered Skyrim, go pick it up. If you're, you know, just like I said, if you've never played Skyrim, pick it up. If you're someone who's played Skyrim before but it's a little iffy, and you could probably wait till the price drops. But let me just say that there are some pretty cool mods in this game. But anyways, my final verdict for this game: really, this game is a fantastic masterpiece. There are really hardly any flaws with this special edition that's come out that I've had to deal with. All the lagging, all the glitches. Oh, let me say the shadows are no longer blocky. You know, it's just really crisp and clean, and it's just really great to see a game that I would really love so much to get this kind of treatment, and just really all the mess ups or screw ups they had back then, it's really now all been fixed, and it's really just a fantastic game. It's really a masterpiece, and if I was going by numbers, it'd be a 10 out of 10 with a legendary seal. I'm gonna start doing those, like legendary seals. These games are gonna get like masterpiece and legendary seals. So like if I had a sticker, I'd just go legendary. This game is legendary. This is a game that has its identity. This game has its lore. It has, you know, it has its own identity. You're not gonna mistake it for anything else. Nothing will ever be like Skyrim, really, unless it's another Elder Scrolls. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. You guys have a great day. And guys, have fun with Skyrim. And yeah, that's it. Until the next time I do a video, you guys take care.